You like the tamper, huh? The butter knife tamper? I still can't find any of my pipe tools. Good morning, everybody. From the dank basement, I'm Paul Shellbetter, your wicked Uncle Squinty, with a pipe tobacco review this morning. Taking a look at this one, this is the famous Royal Yacht from Dunhill, these days being manufactured by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, the Uberfuhrer of all tobacco companies. They make a gazillion brands of pipe tobacco, cigars, cigarettes, anything you can possibly imagine. Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Big deal. Murray's made it before. The first time I had the Royal Yacht, about 5 years ago, it was the Murray's version, and I tell you, this is a bit different than what I smoked back then. I'm quite sure of it. So what is Royal Yacht? Well, Royal Yacht is a blend of primarily yellow and bronze Virginias. It does have a light, natural plum topping, not a casing, not a full dressing. It just, they put in a little plum in there, which you can smell in the tin, kind of. It doesn't really translate for the most part into the smoke. Just adds a sweetness and a roundness to the Virginia tobacco flavors. Now, this is supposed to be a ribbon cut, but what I got was kind of a cross between ribbon, shag, and broken flake. They were pretty uneven. Nonetheless, straight out of the tin, it packs beautifully. If you give it a couple of relights, it will burn beautifully. If you take a few minutes to dry this out, we'll say an hour at 50% humidity, it becomes absolutely perfect to smoke and will not need a relight. In fact, you don't even have to do the false light. Just light it up, tamp it, keep smoking it. Which is what I am doing today. Now, let's talk about the smoke and the characteristics of the tobacco flavor itself. First of all, you're not going to make friends with this room note for the most part. TobaccoReviews.com calls this room note, on average, their users say it's pleasant to tolerable. I disagree. I think this is tolerable to distinctive. No, it's not going to scare away your significant other like Old Ironsides might, or some other Latakia heavy blend. But the best comment I ever had about this tobacco was it smells like cigarette smoke, but from high quality cigarettes. I disagree. It smells to me like pipe tobacco. It does not smell like cigarettes, nor does it taste like cigarettes. How does it taste? It is slightly sweet. It is definitely a Virginia. There are very subtle notes of straw or hay, not green grass, but it's got a little bit of a straw or a cured hay flavor to it. You do not taste the plum. And lordy, the nicotine. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is no nicotine whatsoever, number 1.5 or 2 would be Lane's 1Q. Number 9 might be something like 1792 Flake or Squadron Leader. It's not quite as strong as those, but it's strong. So on a nicotine scale where 1 is nothing and 10 is potentially dangerous, this is an 8 to me. And I use a lot of nicotine. I'm a nicotine craven fool. So you might, at least for your first couple of experiences with this, you might want to do what I'm doing this morning and have a cup of coffee there or a bottle of water, something to dilute it a little bit if the nicotine gets to you. Beginning smokers will find that this one could knock them on their collective asses. As I said, I use a lot of nicotine between this and the nasal snuff and the snus and even the odd cigarette still once in a while. I'm quite accustomed to nicotine. But if you're not, you're going to want to use a little caution with this one. Now, this is either a love it or hate it tobacco. It's very polarizing. To the people who dislike it, they say it's monochromatic, that it offers no surprises. The people who love it say it's a great consistent smoke that tastes great from the top of the bowl to the bottom of the bowl. They are both at least in part correct. Middle ground on this tobacco is this. If you're expecting radical changes in flavor or burn or smoke production from this during the course of the bowl, you will be disappointed. It does not really change from top to bottom, but monochromatic, no. There's a lot here to scent out, to figure out, to taste out. And if you look for differing flavors, you will find them, particularly towards the bottom of the bowl when this develops an almost burley-like character in that it starts to taste more cereal-like or nuttier. As we get to the bottom of the bowl, it never gets ashy, and saints be praised, this one will not burn your tongue, period. No tongue bite. Again, I always laugh when I say people, oh, I get this horrible tongue bite from that. And they're the one person out of 7,000 that gets tongue bite, and then you watch them smoke, and they're like, and they're freight training through the bowl. Yeah, if you draw it too hard, too frequently, if your smoking cadence is bad, it might burn you. It's never burned my tongue, never singed me. My mouth feels great after I smoke this. It does not dry out the tissues of my mouth or my throat. It is really easy to retrohale. It is really easy to French inhale. And for those of you who are used to inhaling smoke into your lungs, be careful, because it's not difficult to inhale this into your lungs, and you don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. I had to correct my life insurance agent because I told him I smoked a pipe. And he said, well, why the hell aren't you just smoking cigarettes then? You're getting twice the smoke and you're breathing it. No, you don't know about pipe smoking. You don't need to inhale this stuff. If you are a pipe smoker, you know that you get the nicotine and the flavor and so on just through the tissues of your mouth and sinuses, and that taking into your lungs is absolutely unnecessary and in most cases not a great idea. But yeah, I just inhaled a little bit of the smoke just now. It didn't sting, didn't cause me to cough or want to cough. So be careful of that. Otherwise, this is a good tobacco. It doesn't need a lot of attention, occasional tamping if it has been dried a little bit. Now, this particular sample I'm smoking today just pulled it right out of the ball jar. I have a mason jar here, and it's been sitting in the mason jar for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I just pulled it out of the jar and, 3-step packed the pipe, and there you go. But if you dry it a little bit, this could benefit from some drying, fresh out of a fresh tin, 45 minutes to an hour at about 50% humidity, and it will dry to a very burnable, manageable, but still springy, still moist enough to enjoy product. So do take some time to dry this. You might even want to rub it out a little bit, especially the larger pieces that appear to be, as I said, broken flake more than ribbon. So with nicotine at the point of 8 on a 1 to 10 scale, how's the quality? Well, to my tastes, I'm going to go with the pole. It's a polarized thing. I'm going to the pole of I love this, not I hate this. This is a very good tobacco to me. I wish I'd bought an awful lot more of it, because now I understand that this is no longer available. Please, someone tell me that I am not correct, that this is still available, because it's one that you should buy. It's one that will age beautifully in your cellar, I think. I think it's already fairly mature, so look for a peak on this of maybe 6.5 to 7 years maximum. Even after 18 months of aging, this is brilliant, and I strongly suggest you try it. Therefore, on the squinty scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious, this gets a very solid 5 out of 5 all day long. Remember, the nicotine on this is strong. Remember, it does benefit from a little bit of drying. Remember that this one is that if you're a beginner, you're going to want to have a glass of refreshing liquid handy to dilute the nicotine should you start to get the nicotine hiccups, or even worse, start to get the spins from it. And you could. If you're a beginning smoker and your whole exposure to pipe tobacco has been low nicotine aromatics, take some care with this. However, if you're one of the Pipe Studs or Jim Inks or any of the other people that are experienced smokers who have reviewed this positively, you're going to have a good experience with it. I pretty much guarantee it. So that's it from the dank basement. I am Paul Schellbetter, your wicked Uncle Squinty, smoking the Dunhill Royal Yacht, currently being made by the behemoth Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Oh boy. Let me tell you what, I wish I had a piece of STG in my portfolio. I'd be a wealthy man. Before I forget, if you are a pipe smoker who also happens to use nasal snuff, you will want to check out this channel every Wednesday starting at about 7 p.m., actually the Tuesday night before, so that the review gets posted to coincide with the international start of Wednesday, according to Coordinated Universal Time. That would be 7 p.m. Central Time. So Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, I post nasal snuff reviews for you to enjoy all day Wednesday. And coming up on tomorrow's nasal snuff review, it's going to be the Thai herbal snuff, the variety yellow. I am scared. Did not have a great experience with the Thai herbal red because of the smell of nail polish remover in it. Didn't like it at all. Just took a whiff of the, without taking a pinch, just took a whiff of the yellow. That chemical character is pretty much absent. And it smells really good, but I understand it burns and it's pretty unpleasant. But I will take one for the team, as they say. I will catch the bullet so you don't have to. Hey, we might find something in this snuff that we can enjoy together. If nothing else, it'll be interesting to watch my facial expressions when I take this for the very first time on tomorrow's nasal snuff review. Again, from the dank basement, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate all the subscriptions I can get. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so that you receive notifications of new videos on this channel. I also really appreciate your comments. I like it when you press the like button, and I really like it when you recommend me to your tobacco-using friends. That's a real big help. I do not monetize my reviews with commercials. I buy every bit of tobacco I review. This is a labor of love, not a profit-making thing. But you can be supportive of my efforts just by participating. It means the world to me. And every once in a while on this channel, we will have pipe giveaways or pipe tobacco giveaways or nasal snuff giveaways to keep you interested, to keep you coming back. I want you to watch all my videos because I'm an egomaniac and a narcissist. And with that, I will lay down my pipe here because the nicotine is getting to me a little bit. I'm going to have another slug of this delicious coffee. Cheers. And I will say again, thanks from the dank basement. I'm Paul Schellbetter, your wicked Uncle Squinty. Please smoke respectfully and enjoy life. God bless you.